Hi students, I'm going to be going over how to complete the two things that you have to do every day during flex time. So when you get onto Canvas, you will notice that there is a course called Circulose Flex. So it looks like this. You're going to click on it and you'll notice that there is a link here that says locate. So you must sign into your flex location every single time you start your flex circle. So this needs to happen during the first 5 minutes of the flex time. Miss Salcedo and myself, Miss Park, we are going to be checking the Google form, which has a timestamp and your location at all times. This is a safety issue as well as an accountability issue as well. So make sure that you write your last name, first name, student ID, and the location of the flex circle, and then click submit. You must do this within the first 5 minutes. If you want, you can also access this by going to a bit.ly/enter flex, and you can also access the Google form this way as well. So that is the first thing that you must do every time you start your flex circle. All right, so what do you have to do in addition to that? Well, I'm going to go back to modules. So if you're not familiar with Canvas, one way to get back to all those assignments, the best way, is always click on modules. Don't do the back button or click home. It's just gonna, sometimes it messes it up. So just go back to modules and you'll see that we posted your 3 DYLs for the first 6-week grading period. So you only have to complete 1 DYL every 2 weeks, and we're going to be doing this for the whole year. We're going to see how it works for the first 2 weeks, and if we have to make changes or make some improvements, we are going to be doing that. Your teacher team is going to be meeting and discussing how we can make your flex accountability as effective as possible. All right. So the DYL stands for Document Your Learning. We want you to prove to us what you've been doing during your flex time. Remember, flex time is not nap time. It's not social media catch-up time. It's not socialization time. It's a time for you to catch up and to get ahead, to study, to get things done, because we know that your courses are very rigorous this year, and we want to prepare you for time management, project management, and being able to navigate your free time in terms of studying and being a scholar, because we want to prepare you for college. And trust us, you're going to have so much flex time in college. It's pretty much all flex time. It's up to you to decide how to use that time wisely so that you can improve on your own academic goals. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this Flex DYL. Obviously for you guys, it's going to look a little bit different because I'm logged in as a teacher. And by the way, this is all going to be graded and it's going to be viewed and monitored by all of your teachers, including me. So you're going to click on the to-do list as you work during your flex time. So it's going to say, would you like to make a copy? So you say yes, make a copy. And it's going to give you your first DYL that is due on August 23rd, as it says in the title. So as you can see, this DYL document, it goes for 2 weeks from August 12th through August 23rd. So you must turn this in on Canvas in 2 weeks' time. That's what it means. You're going to read the directions. It says fill out the document your learning table below and link evidence of your learning. For weeks 1 and 2, you need to provide a minimum of 5 pieces of evidence that demonstrate your productivity during flex time. So as you can see, there's 3 sections. We've got the top priorities here. So these are things that are super important, like maybe a rough draft is due tomorrow in your English class. We've got some priorities, which means maybe you have to do some focused note-taking for your AVID class, but it's not due until 3 days later. So it is pretty important, but since it's not due tomorrow, you might put that there. And then some errands. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some examples, all right? So first of all, we have rough draft of autobiography for English 10 honors, all right? And I'm going to be working on that today, which is let's pretend today's the 12th of August. And maybe I'll work on it again later so I can just continue to add. Let's say you work on this for 2 days, you can continue to add. So we don't need you to fill out every single table here, every single field in the table, because we understand that some assignments take more than 1 day and we don't want you to have to repeat yourself over and over again. All right. Next, let's say another thing that's in a priority category is your focus note taking for Avid. Okay, so Avid elective, and this one is due on Friday, the 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. And I'm going to be working on that today as well if I can. And then for some errands, I need to talk to my counselor, Mr. Garcia. Maybe I can talk to him or email my counselor, Mr. Garcia, regarding schedule because I have a question about one of my classes, or maybe I have a question about my transcript, or maybe I want to take an extra class at Santa Ana College and I want him to help me figure that out. Whatever it is, that would be considered an errand. All right. As the school year progresses and you start getting into extracurricular activities and things like that, you would be able to add those types of things into your errands. All right, so what does it mean to link evidence? Okay, well, it says you have to have a total of 5 pieces of evidence, so you're not necessarily going to have evidence or link to evidence every single time, but you need to have 5 pieces per 2 weeks. So for example, let's say that I need to link my rough draft of my autobiography. What I'm going to do is simply link it. So you can go ahead and highlight that and then insert a link, which is right here, insert link, and then you would copy and paste your rough draft. So this is, let's say I did a rough draft here, so I'm going to go ahead and click that and apply. So now when we check your work, we can check your rough draft by opening it up and make sure that you did do your rough draft. Okay? All right. Let's say that you did focus note taking, but you did it on paper. In this situation, maybe you can use your phone or even your webcam on your Chromebook and you can take a picture of it. Or maybe it is in your Google Drive. Maybe this was electronic Cornell notes. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and link that. So I'm going to click the link and then find my Cornell notes. Should come up. All right. So those are my Cornell notes. If I click on that, it shows you the Cornell notes that I worked on, right? So these are empty. So that means that just because you link something doesn't mean you get credit. We're going to click on those links. So don't get sneaky on us because I will click on the link. And if it is incomplete, then we know, okay, you didn't actually do your Cornell notes. So you guys have to realize there's only about 80 of you. So that's a very easy to check group of people. So we will be checking up on you every 2 weeks. So make sure that you are taking this flex time very seriously. Next, talk to or email my counselor. So let's say that you go to your Gmail and you email Mr. Garcia about your question that you have about taking extra classes at SAC. So you're going to email Mr. Garcia. There's Mr. Garcia right there. Question about taking extra courses at SAC. And let's say you say, "Dear Mr. Garcia." And then you're going to click send, right? You can either take a screenshot of this, or you can send it and take a screenshot of this your sent section by clicking on the sent part on the left menu, and then you can link that picture onto your DYL. All right, so now I'm going to link the evidence for that email. So you can do it a couple ways. You can insert it by clicking on insert picture or insert image. All right, and right now I can upload from my computer because I'm using a computer, but since you are using a Chromebook, you would just immediately get it from your drive. Okay, so you can find it. Here's the email, and then you can go ahead and insert. Okay, another thing you could do is you can find that email picture, and then you can get the link, copy the link, and then you can link the link to the picture. So I'm going to click on link, apply. So there's 2 ways you can do this, okay? I'm going to go ahead and delete that because I like having the link there, but you can actually just put in the picture if you want, which is totally fine. Let's say that you finish your draft on 8/13. So you're just going to put an X because it's done. And let's say this isn't done yet, so you're going to continue working on it because it's not due until the 16th. And then let's say you finished talking to Mr. Garcia about your issue, so you're also going to put an X, which means it's done. Now, let's say like maybe during finals week or during a very difficult, challenging academic week, you need more spaces. I'm sure you already know this, but I'm going to just show it to you guys. If you need to add more spaces, more fields, more rows, you're going to click on that last row, click Format, click Table, and then you're going to click Insert Row below. So it's just going to keep adding rows for you. All right. So that is how you're going to complete this. So after you do this for 2 weeks, by 8/23, you're going to go to Canvas and you're going to submit it. This is not how it looks for you guys. There should be a submission button for you because you're the student, and you're going to submit it, and it's 20 points. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, email Ms. Park at deborah.park@sausdlearns.net, or ask a teacher. We really want you guys to use your flex time wisely. We want this to be a really effective time for you to learn and for you to map out your own learning journey. That requires a lot of responsibility, guys. So this is something that we're going to continue to work on so that you can form really good habits in terms of how to use flex time to benefit your learning needs. All right, thank you very much, everyone.